Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Muse Jester. My name is Junior. So after ordering this almost 2 weeks ago, it arrived. This is the first chance I've gotten to try to open this one. From Amazon, I got this on sale for around $30, which is pretty good considering there's 4 people in this package. So that basically means it's around $7.5 each figure, which is good as far as I'm concerned for the 3.75. Anything below $8 I will buy, regardless of the figure, as long as I don't have them. But these are troopers, so that's pretty good. I apologize for the ambulance. So that means I can have multiples of them, and basically they're army builders. Now, again, my priority when it comes to Star Wars is the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6. And obviously these don't go into that category. But again, like I said, since it's below $8, I felt that it was a good deal. So here they are out of the packaging, and so even though this is not part of the original trilogy, and these I believe this is from The Mandalorian. It is part of the vintage line, very nicely detailed, as you can see. It will still kind of fit in that timestamp, and it would add to my trooper collection. So the other thing that I begin to learn from this collection is that not all of them have the articulation that I'm looking for. Mainly the ones that I'm seeing as different or holdovers from the older style is the hip joint. So the good thing about this one is the type that I want. Right, so you get the articulation that you need. Does this have a thigh cut? It looks like it does, but this thing is so small, maybe it's not possible to do that. And then the other thing that I've learned, and this is one of them, is the ankle is not a swivel. It's just a straight up and down. Now, this is kind of disappointing because I'm pretty sure this is a new mold. My joints are really stiff on this one. And I thought that with newer molds, newer characters, then they put in the ankle swivel. One of the things that I'm now learning to look for is the sculpt, because these are so small, the promotional pictures, and sometimes the reviews aren't in. One thing that I'm looking for is the ankle sculpt. So let me bring in this stormtrooper. Notice the ankle sculpt has this slope over here. That's the usual tell to know that's got an ankle pivot. Okay, not necessarily this. Now this one is kind of black anyway, so it would have been harder to see, but you can see that there is none. You can see with this one, it doesn't have that at all. So that's one of the things that I'm looking for. While we're here in close up, look at that. The detail they have on such a small figure. That is still amazing to me. It does have, but other than that, it's got all the articulation I want. This is kind of stiff. Oh, look, there's a difference between all of them. This one has this gear that tells me that he's an officer. That's cool. So it does have all the articulation points that I wanted. from the 3.75. It's just slacking on the ankle. Now this one, so you can kind of twist that. I don't know why it does that too, though. Okay, now here's the other difference. Let me go ahead and close in. Alexa, increase the brightness of the sun to 25%.
Okay.
So here's the other difference on the hip joint, and there's no way to tell if yours is, if the product being released is this way or not until you have it in hand. Notice the ball joint of the hip. This sucker's actually attached this way. So you can't really push it up like that. You have to swivel to that, and then now you have the joint, and then manipulate the knee so that you have a sitting position. Whereas this one, the connection is this way, right? I can't, I can't see it. I'm pretty sure some of them are like that. Okay, Bo-Katan, you can see the joint going this way. So I think this one is also going upwards, which is kind of unfortunate. You kind of, as a result of that, you have to kind of mess around. So it does have a thigh cut, but it's so tight in there, and there's really no grip, no way to grip it. So it's really hard to twist that. I don't know why they do that. Look, this is a smaller figure, and yet they're still able to accomplish the cross joint going horizontal rather than vertical. The result is it's a much easier articulation movement on the hips than what this one is. You know why? Maybe it's because they're actually using the same mold, but it's not though. Maybe this is an older mold with just a repaint, and I'm not entirely sure because I'm not that familiar with these figures yet. They also seem to be slightly taller than the regular. They are. Wow, what? I don't like that at all. So the reason why I wanted this one is because of the 3.75 scaling specifically. Now this guy has a helmet, so it's almost touching 3.9, 3.8, but look at these guys. Why are these guys so much more taller than the stormtroopers? I thought that might have been, look, they're almost like 4.25. Definitely hitting the 4 inches. I don't like that at all. Like maybe one of them, maybe I would accept, like a unusually tall guy, but why? All of them will have be like that. That's kind of disappointing. So disappointment that this is not a swivel ankle. This is kind of disappointing. That I mean, there's a fix for it. It's just, yeah, this is definitely coming from the top. So now you can kind of move it like this. And the reason why I don't like that is it's automatically watch this one right here. It swivels off to the side, which I don't like. With Bo-Katan, it's just like, see. So Here's the thing. I want to buy. I want to support the newer figures. They're $17. I really don't want to spend $17 on these smaller figures, but I will if especially if they're new characters. But I will if it has this type of articulation. So this is what my category is: face printing and this type of articulation, same exact ones. This is disappointing. I mean, it's $7, so I'm not. If I bought this at full price, I would be extremely disappointed. Right now, I'm still kind of okay with it because it's $8, so it's older technology from as far as I'm concerned. But still, this is a mixture of both. This is not is part of the pack that a lot that I bought. So this is a mixture of newer articulation on the ankle, but still maintaining the old articulation of the hips, which is unfortunate because these are troopers, so they're going to be troop building. I might as well continue with this review on this one. This is the Rebel Soldier. Again, this one's $27, so a lot cheaper than this one, and but that means each figure is going to be hits me at around $7. So for these figures, I did see a review of them already, and I knew what to expect. And I was still hesitant on purchasing this, even for $7 each, because, like I said, I think this was $28. I was hesitant because this is definitely older articulation. Look at the hip joints. The hip joints are basically just a swivel up and front, which basically means the ankle, would definitely be a swivel up and down as well. That's I don't want to do that, but this is kind of a troop builder, um, and it is only $7. So for those two reasons, I did go ahead and buy them. So if I do see them at a lower price, obviously I'm gonna buy them. But will I get more than these? Probably not. Um, I wasn't even sure I wanted to get these, but for $7, I wanted to get at least one of them. The cool thing about this is they do have individual faces of sculpt, and as you can see, they do have the face printing. That looks really cool. You know, now that I've seen this, I might actually buy more of these just to be able to use these faces and switch them around. If I see any more that are any more figures that where I can switch out these faces so I can have them individually. So these, I guess you can't really use them unless you're using them with the cap. But I've been I've seen reviews where this once you stretch them, they're kind of really hard to they get too stretched out. Now the problem with this is these accessories are so small, you're likely gonna lose them if you don't put them in properly. Yeah. So I'm gonna mess around with that one. I'm not gonna mess around too much with the articulation. This one I pretty much know what to expect, but definitely impressed with the face printing. And these, thankfully, do fall under the 3.75 inches category. So at least we have that. For these ones, you can see different headgear, different colored headgear, and all that stuff. So yeah, and then you have the guns over here, kind of like the regular guns, not much of paint. I'm surprised they actually painted that silver, but you get what you want. It's getting kind of small, and it's gonna add to my figure lots. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon with the next review. Bye.